Mr. Robert Judge. Our keynote speaker, Mrs. Emilia Connor Thomas. Mistress of Ceremony, Ms. Edna Evans. Please rise once more. Sorry. Please remain standing for the thematic song rendered by Miss Maria Richardson. Lilukia, sorry.
Where over the world, say where, you'll find an island there, so lovely small, with nations free, with people French and Dutch, though talking English much, as decent Maarten in the sea. Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so bright by beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountain green variously in sunlight, this paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. Oh, I love this paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. How pretty between all green, flamboyant gleaming gleam, with flowers red like sunlight set, the cows and sheep and goats and meadows are unrolled, thy donkey's keep, can't I forget? Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so bright by beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountain green variously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love this paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. Oh, I love this paradise, nature's beauty fairly nice. St. Martin, I love thy name, in which Columbus fame of memories, a road but closed for me at thy southern cross tonight. May God the Lord protect this coast. Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so bright by beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountain green variously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love my paradise, nature's beauty fairly lies. Oh, I love this paradise, nature's beauty fairly lies.
Remain standing. I would also like to welcome amongst our present, invite Ms. Chantal Zorilla to lead us in invocation.
We lift up to you the island of St. Maarten, our beautiful home. Thank you for its strength, its culture, and its enduring spirit. Today, we honor the students who have reached this important milestone. We give thanks for the educators who continue to guide our island with courage and vision. Lord, bless each graduate as they step into the next chapter of life. May they carry the heart of St. Maarten wherever they go, resilient, proud, and committed to lifting others. Guide their paths, bless their dreams, and keep them rooted in purpose and service. In your holy name we pray, amen.
Please be seated. I now invite the President of the University of St. Maarten, Mrs. Valerie Gutterson Pantoflet, to deliver the welcome address.
It is with great pride that we gathered here tonight to celebrate the academic achievement of our graduating class. This moment marks a significant milestone in the lives of our graduates, a testament to their hard work, dedication, and perseverance. On behalf of the board of the University of St. Maarten Foundation, the president of the University of St. Maarten, the dean of academics, faculty, staff, and the student body of the University of St. Maarten, I am honored and delighted to welcome you to our 31st commencement exercise. We are incredibly proud to celebrate this achievement and to present to the St. Maarten community their respective degree and certificate programs. What an accomplishment! Before we proceed with this evening's program, I would like to take this moment to acknowledge the presence of our distinguished guests and dignitaries joining us here this evening. His Excellency Governor Ajamu Bailey, His Honorable Minister of SVSR, Mr. Reginald Butter, Dr. Anders Vasco-Dahl, Assistant Treasurer, Mr. Benson Pompier, Board Member, and and Mr. Danny Ramchandani, President of the Endowment Foundation. The management team, CFO, University of the Virgin Islands, Dr. Una Dyer, Vice President for Strategic Affairs and Executive Director, Foundation for the University of the Virgin Islands. I am convinced that your presence here is a representative of your value of tertiary education and support to our graduates. I would also like to take a moment to acknowledge our esteemed faculty members. They are seated in the front row and throughout the room this evening. To our dedicated USM staff who work tirelessly behind the scenes to ensure the success of tonight's ceremony, your efforts are deeply appreciated and have not gone unnoticed. Thank you. And so as we celebrate this momentous occasion, let us all look ahead with hope, with pride, and with optimism, trusting that graduates before us this evening will go on to make their mark on the world, empowered by the knowledge and experience they have gained at USM. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Ms. Gitterson-Pandeflet. Allow me to introduce our Mistress of Ceremony Primary School. Before advancing to the St. Maarten Academy, she later transitioned to Forest Lake Academy, where she earned her high school diploma. With a passion for education and leadership, Edna pursued a Bachelor of Arts in Theology from Andrews University through Caribbean Union College, followed by a Master's in Business Administration with a concentration in Human Resource Management from Keller School of Management in 2013. In 2018, she further expanded her expertise by earning a Master's in Education with a concentration in Leadership from the University of the Virgin Islands. Among all of her achievements, Edna's greatest and most cherished role is being the mother of her 12-year-old son, George, affectionately known as Honorary, who is about to celebrate a milestone with his primary school graduation. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our Mistress of Ceremony, Edna Evans.
Thank you so much for your kind words and for your warm introduction. Protocol already being established. Welcome once again to this long-awaited, well-deserved, and hard-worked-for graduation ceremony. They definitely deserve it. As we begin, we kindly ask that you silence all of your electronic devices and kindly refrain from all unnecessary movement or talking during the ceremony. It is understandable if, like me, you're going to shed a tear. And if I'm up here and I'm shedding a tear, please be patient, because some of these beautiful people up here and handsome people up here went through the BTEC program with me, and it's almost like my kids graduated, so you'll bear with us, please. Makeup and all. You are, however, allowed to applaud and cheer and just generally be happy during this event. So thank you once again for coming on behalf of our institution, but more so on behalf of our graduates, who deserve once again a round of applause. And as we continue with our program, we would invite our Minister of Education, Youth and Sports, the Honorable Melissa Gubbs, to the podium. Minister.
Good evening, esteemed faculty and staff, proud parents and families, distinguished guests, and of course the graduating class of 2025. I was just telling Dr. Baez that everyone always leaves out at least one letter every time I go to an event. This time it was culture. Normally sports take the hit, but it's education, culture, and youth and sports. It's a pleasure to stand before you today on this proud occasion, the completion of this stage of your life. We stand with you tonight on the cusp of your next steps, whether continuing your tertiary education or focusing on your professional career. It's my belief that a foundation has been laid that you can confidently step from. Actually, I'm going to turn this first. I'm supposed to be talking to you all, not my back to you. Can we do this first? And whether you take those steps on St. Maarten or elsewhere, you carry with you the spirit of an island, of a region that knows how to overcome, how to endure, and most importantly, how to lead. The theme of your graduation, empowered to lead, inspired to transform, is not just a catchy phrase. It is a mirror of who you already are and a map for who you are becoming. I am actually the sharpest. You have been empowered through education, not only with knowledge, but with perspective. Not only with skills, but with a sense of responsibility. You've learned here at the university and in your daily life that modern leadership is not about commanding from above, but about serving from among those you believe yourself worthy to lead. In our Caribbean context, modern leadership must mean listening to those voices that too often go unheard, advocating for the dignity and rights of every community, and standing firm in your truth, even when the winds of resistance and ignorance blow with hurricane force. Our world today is full of promise and peril, from rising sea levels that threaten our own shores. Let no one tell you different, even if our small size makes others doubt your capacity. Remember that greatness is not about geography, it is about spirit and will. And while the road ahead will not always be smooth, take comfort in knowing that you are not starting from zero. You are starting from here, from a community that has lifted you, and from a culture that has weathered storms with grace. So whether you go on to build businesses, shape policies, teach in classrooms, care for the vulnerable, or create art that speaks truth, you carry St. Maarten in your soul. So step forward with your head high and your heart steady. Be brave enough to lead with compassion and kindness. Be wise enough to know when to listen, and brave enough to speak out for what is right, even when others are frightened into silence. Be bold enough to transform not just what is broken, but what is possible. And when in doubt, remember that leadership is not about being the loudest in the room, but the one who listens, serves, and acts with integrity when it matters most, privately and publicly. Congratulations, graduates of the class of 2025. You are empowered, you are inspired. Now go and make transformation a legacy. Thank you.
I'd like to thank the Minister for such timely words. Greatness is about spirit and will. Modern leadership is not about commanding, but about serving. Be open, lead with integrity, and be open to change and transition. And one of the things that I took away the most is be a spirit, or you are a spirit that knows how to endure. You are a spirit that knows how to endure. We'd like to thank our minister for those wonderful words, and we would like to invite to the podium the President of the University of St. Maarten, Dr. Antonio Carmona Baez.
Good evening. Please allow me to adopt the protocol already established. I would like to especially recognize the political representation of our sisters and brothers from the northern part of the island, in particular the third Vice President of the Collectivité de St. Maarten. I understand that this is significant, as the founding fathers of the University of St. Maarten made it explicitly clear that we would advance the people of the entire island of St. Maarten by the creation of one institution of higher learning. Welcome as well to my homologue, Dr. Sophia George, who is present here this week in her capacity as the new president of the University of the Virgin Islands. Welcome, Sister President Rose. Also, of course, we thank all the dignitaries present, but especially welcome the presence of someone who has always said what I said today here at graduation, but this time she does so for the first time in her capacity as Minister of Education, Culture, Youth and Sport, Melissa Gums. Welcome all to the 31st commencement exercise of the University of St. Maarten, where we celebrate not only academic achievement, but human potential awakened. This year, we do so under the powerful theme, Empowered to Lead, Inspired to Transform. It is a timely and fitting theme, one that speaks to the mission of our university, the moment our region is living through, and the courageousness or courageous journey each graduate has undertaken. In the confines itself to that. You see, spatial planning, environment and infrastructure, the Office of the Prime Minister and Minister of General Affairs, our Dutch Kingdom partners, and the Collectivité and Prefecture. Together we are not among the universities of Curaçao, Aruba, and Instituto Pedagógico Arubano. I am glad that the Lake family, in particular Brother Joseph Lake Jr. and some of his children are here with us tonight, because it is the story of the Lake elementary school level among our local teachers. This is yet another achievement. This year also marks a watershed moment in our academic evolution. After years of struggle and negotiation, I am very proud to announce that as of the 2025, with this, USM proudly joins the global community of research-intensive institutions. We are not just preparing students for knowledge, we are preparing them to generate knowledge. And at the very same time, USM will be providing, this should have happened a long time ago, but the point is, it is happening now. I highlight these institutional and collective achievements not to flex our muscles in front of our island and regional authorities. I bring these to the attention of the class of 2025. The year of your graduation is the year of USM's graduation to leadership and transformation. Don't forget where you came from, and please rest assured that your alma mater will continue to evolve, lead, and contribute to the transformation of our Swanigan home and opening hearts. To our alumni, many of you whom are here with us today, your journey laid the foundation for this moment. We ask you now to continue giving back through mentoring the academic community, to be a sanctuary for dialogue, peace building, and justice, not only in words, but in deeds as well. Graduates of the class of 2025, you are ready to lead and to transform. Transform your communities through knowledge, transform our region through creativity and innovation, transform the world through empathy, integrity, and bold leadership. Carry the name of the University of St. Maarten with pride, not just as a place where you studied, but as the place where you began your transformation. Today, you are not just receiving degrees, you are receiving responsibility, the responsibility to shape a better tomorrow, not just for yourselves, but for all of us. On behalf of the Board of Directors, management, the academic committee, and the entire USM family, I salute you. Congratulations, class of 2025. The future is now.
Thank you so much, Dr. Kamala Bayes, for those wonderful, kind words. Words of transformation. Words reminding us that great minds will contribute to the change of the labor market. I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to that transformation that you will bring to your workplaces, that you will bring to the classrooms, especially with my little baby graduating just now, it's coming to some of you guys. I'm looking forward to that. And remember that we celebrate your potential and also the potential of the University of St. Martin, who has done and continues to do so much for the community of St. Martin. It might not be a big campus, but big things are happening at the University of St. Martin. Thank you so much, Dr. President. Next, we would like to invite our Dean of Academics, Dr. Gail Rigobert, to the podium. Dr. Rigobert.
Thank you, Madam of Ceremonies. Your Excellency, with your kind permission, may I please adopt the protocol already established. Further, I beg your indulgence as I recognize the Minister for Education, Honorable Minister Bunce, and other parliamentarians, our colleagues from the University of the Virgin Islands, and of course, our special guests of honor, the 2025 graduating class. Today is your special day. That you have come this far is indicative of your tenacity, perseverance, and grit. You have demonstrated you can overcome even the most seemingly insurmountable challenges. That is no small feat. So I applaud you. I congratulate you. The certificate that you will receive shortly can determine your path or ascent, how fast or how high you climb. But the ascent can only be guaranteed if you commit to continuing to uphold the practice and values and principles, the practices, values, and principles you learned over the last couple of years. Further, the value of your certificate is also very closely tied to how well you wear the USM brand. I wish, therefore, to encourage you to become brand ambassadors for the University of St. Martin. Wherever you go, whatever you say, how you conduct yourselves will shape people's perception of USM. Moreover, given the quantum of investment you've made, financial, emotional, psychological, I pray that you recognize you have a personal stake and vested interest in ensuring the University of St. Martin is seen as the preferred higher education institution for St. Martiners and others in the region. I beg of you, therefore, let not your hard work go to waste. May your every action be purposeful and intentional, so that in 10, 20, and 30 years to come, you will still hold that certificate in high regard, and that the community in which you live will honor its value and its worth. But all these things are largely dependent on how well you serve as ambassadors of the USM brand, as USM alumni. The converse is very frightening, and we pray will never come to pass. But to impress upon you that the onus rests with you to continue to invest in the value of that certificate, what if, given that we are currently in the throes of a global mega crisis and the high levels of unpredictability, that for one reason or another, a confluence of events result in the erosion of the USM brand, what then will become of the value of the certificate that you received today? Think about this for a while and ask yourselves, what can you do to ensure that not only do you retain the current value of this USM certificate, but more importantly, in your action, in your words, in your deeds, in your utterances, that you continue to add value to the USM brand. So that in time and over time, you'll become even more proud of the fact that you are indeed a USM graduate, an alum, a product of this homegrown national institution of higher learning. This all depends on you. I pray that the good Lord will bless you with all the resources that you require as you continue to invest not only in your professional